Hello. So I wanted to jump on and just talk to you a little bit about foreclosure. So one of the questions I get an awful lot from clients and from friends and family, people just wanting to know, if I go into foreclosure, will I lose the equity in my home? So I'm just coming at this as a real estate agent, as your real estate agent. I'm not a mortgage professional, I'm not an accountant, and I'm certainly not an attorney. So any information and advice I give you is from the perspective of a real estate agent. If you need advice on those kind of things and you need it from those kind of people, then, and you don't have someone you can trust, then you just let me know and I can help you out with that. So let's just jump into it. One of the big questions is, will I lose my equity? So here's the thing. When your home is going to go into foreclosure, it's really all about, who gets paid first. Primary liens, mortgage companies, banks, mortgage lenders always get paid first. So it's super important that if you are going to even consider doing that you really want to get top dollar for your home. The bank really doesn't care if you come away with anything. What they care about is getting the loan paid off so that what they're into the house for, they get it back. So it's really important that you make sure you get the top price for your home to ensure that any equity is left. That what's left belongs to you. And if you want to walk away and press the restart button and have a fresh start and a clean slate, then you need to take a little bit of that money away with you. So that's a good thing. So really what you want to remember right now is peak market now. The market is probably peaking. It's at the highest it's been for a very, very long time. So if you're going to do that, avoid denial, get the job done, get the equity that you do have that's yours out of that house, and then make a fresh start. So remember, always mortgages, primary liens get paid first. So that's the main question that people ask. The second one, and the one that people always ask me, is how many days late do I need to be before things get really serious? So let's have a look at the timeline of this. After 31, 32 days, you are certainly on the mortgage company's radar. You're probably already getting text messages, phone calls, emails, possibly notices on your door, those kind of things. So after 32 days, 33 days, they're sitting up, they're taking notice. After 60 days, they're becoming much more insistent. Now, this is a problem. And then by the time you get to 120 days, it's really a problem. So you don't really want to get it to that point. Don't let it get to the point where you're at 120 days. You can get your home sold. You can sell your home while they are in foreclosure if you have to, but it's better to get a jump on it at the beginning. If you know that this financial situation is not sustainable, it's not a short-term thing, you just didn't get a bad month and you couldn't do it. It really is that maybe you're, living beyond your means, or the property is just too big, or it's too expensive for you to run in the long term. Your circumstances may have changed, divorce, bereavement in the family, all kinds of things. With the virus that we've had, there's been all sorts of reasons why people can get behind, and this is going to be a long-term thing. And if that's the case, then my advice is to get out from underneath it, get the equity that you have in it out, and then, move on with your life. Maybe you need to rent for a year. I can help you with that. We can find a property for you to rent while you press the restart button, you get yourself straight, maybe you repair credit, you do all those kind of things, but you get yourself straight and you're going forward. Going forward is the most important thing, okay? So it's not failure, it's not any of those kind of things. It's taking positive steps to recover what you can from it and moving forward. So, and does foreclosure eliminate your debt? So we're going to go back to the whole thing about who gets paid first, who wants their money. Mortgage companies want their money back. They want to get what they're into the house for out, and what's left is yours. So if then you sell the house and you have maybe a line of credit in the house too, you have, other things attached to the house that's going to become an issue that needs to be paid off. If there's a shortfall in that, then you're going to be responsible for that, and the debt will remain with you. So again, that's why it's really important. Peak market now. Get the equity out of it now while you can, and then you'll have something to walk away with. If you leave it, that's probably not going to happen. If you end up short sailing and you're $20,000 short, then that debt remains to be yours. It's yours to pay off, and it's around your neck. So if you can avoid that, you probably want to do that. I'm going to say it again, if you need to talk to your mortgage company about your specific situation. This is super general advice, and it's just trying to be helpful. It's not in the place of any kind of legal or financial advice. So please talk to your mortgage professional, the person that you trust for that kind of information, because they'll be able to tell you specifically about your particular situation. And that's really what you need. But this is just to be helpful, okay? So, and does a foreclosure hurt your credit score? Kind of, sort of. So it's going to hurt your score, right? So after 30 something days, it's dinged your credit. After 60 days, it's dinged it some more. 90 and 120 days, now it's a significant loss of your credit score. So, you know, some people have quoted 100 points for a foreclosure if you've got an average credit score. Some people quote up to 160 points FICO if you had an excellent and you went through a foreclosure. So it could be like 20% of your credit score could get damaged by a foreclosure. So, you know, don't leave it until 120 days to take action. Do not bury your head in the sand. It's the worst possible thing you can do. This is not going to go away. So, you know, get some advice, talk to someone you trust, and, you know, get on with it. Do not leave it. You know, you can put those phone calls that you're getting, those text messages to the back of your mind for a while, but it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so every month that goes by, every 30-day period that goes by, your credit score is getting more and more damaged, and it's going to be harder and harder to recover from. You know, a loss of 100 points or 150 points, that could take an awfully long time to get back from, and that's going to be exhausting. It's going to be tiring, and it's overwhelming. So, you know, as I said, peak market now, do it now. Take the advice, ask for help. There's no shame in that. It's a positive thing. Get some help and get straight. You know, that's the way forward. So, and the last one people always want to know is, can I sell my house when it's already gone into foreclosure, when proceedings have already been started? So a lot of people feel like once it started, they can't, they're stuck, they're going to have to go through the whole thing. That's not true. You can sell your house right up until the last minute, till it's being sold on the courthouse steps if you have to. It's best not to, you know, because by the time you get to that point, you know, you've already really dinged your credit and things are looking pretty dire, and it's very stressful and upsetting for you and your whole family. So the best thing you can possibly do is take action. When you know after 32 days that this month, you know, you were late, you're going to be late again, you have no way of coming back from this. You cannot recover from it. And you're not going to be able to go forward and manage this over the long term. Only you know that. But if you do, and it is happening, then take action. So you can definitely sell your home while you're in foreclosure proceedings. And if you, depending on the mortgage lender, you know, you need to speak to your mortgage advisor, but depending on the lender, sometimes if you tell them that I'm actively taking steps to list my home, to sell my home, to pay you off, to give you, you know, give you back what we have borrowed for the home and maybe take a little something out of it, then very often they will work with you. But they won't do that indefinitely. So that, you know, the quicker you take action and show them that you're being proactive about it, the more likely they are to be flexible with you and to work with you, and less damage to your credit score, more chance of taking your equity away and pressing that, you know, restart button. So, and the other big thing is people worry about, well, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? So, you know, where am I going to live? So I'm, you know, someone like me, I'm not going to leave you homeless. If you need to rent somewhere, I can help you with that. You know, this is a long-term relationship thing. We're going to get you into a rented home, get you straight, get some equity behind you, repair your credit score, you know, get you in good shape. Maybe then the next time we buy something that's more affordable, you downsize a little bit, you know, you cut your garment according to your cloth. But whatever reason, you know, it's necessary. We can do it. And lots of people have done it. And, you know, but you're not going to be homeless. That's the fear. Well, if I leave my house, where am I going to go? That's not going to happen. So I will make sure that you're not homeless, that you have somewhere to call your own, and we work on the future. But that peace of mind, you know, that's got to be worth, it's got to be worth a lot to you. You know, take your equity, keep your peace of mind, have, you know, move forward, have, you know, positive plans for the future. You know, being happy in where you are, that's the main thing. And honestly, when you take your stuff out of a house, you take your family out of it, it's just that. It's just a house. You know, your home will be the next place that you move to with the things and the people that you love. So don't wait. You know, take the advice. Take it from me. Take it from your mortgage professional. If you have an accountant or a CPA, take the advice of the professionals that can help you formulate a plan. And, you know, it's not the end of the world. It happens, people move past it and they move on, and they're fine, and they do really well. So, you know, reach out to someone that cares, someone that can help. And I hope this little bit of free advice has been helpful and it's useful. If it is, then just leave me a little comment, because I appreciate it. And And I hope you all have a really good evening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.